It's time for Artist Direct on KDEC FM 100.5, your local connection to the music scene. Today's program is made possible by Holstrom Jewelers, Elm Street, Cresco.
Everything you do is nice and breezy. Yeah. Then in the blink of an eye, one unforgettable time. Yeah. Time and time again, thinking about the end. When you're on top of the world, oh, it feels easy. Everything you do is nice and breezy. Yeah. And then in the blink of an eye, one unforgettable time. Just a few short seconds, everything around you is just wreckage. Yeah, you feel it grab so tight, sending prayers into the sky. Yeah, time and time again, thinking about the end. How you've been, my friend, how you've been. Yeah. Time and time again, thinking about the end. How you've been, my friend, how you've been. You never stop to fight. You hold on tight. You never stop to fight. Hold on tight. Stop the fight.
Oh, it's Artist Direct here on FM 100.5, and that was just so much fun this morning. Andy Hughes from the band T.U.G.G, thank you for braving it all the way through the, backwoods of Wisconsin to make it here this morning.
Jenny, thanks so much for having me.
Oh my goodness, that's just, I just felt like I wanted to have a nice tropical drink in hand and sitting somewhere warm on the beach.
I say that's okay. It's Friday.
It's
we can
Friday.
do that.
We can do that.
5 o'clock somewhere, right?
That's right. Maybe here. So T.U.G.G is a band that actually we've had in many times, and we've had various numbers of people from the band. But there are, 4 of you?
There's 4 of us. That's
There's
correct.
4 of you. And who are the other guys we need to give props to?
Jake, Joe, and Ben.
Jake, Joe, and Ben. Hi, Jake, Joe, and Ben. They're all sleeping. You're fine. So Andy, you're the guy that I have met early on and has sort of stayed consistent with T.U.G.G and for me, because you're the guy that it seems like you write the music, you play the music, you sing the music. You're the guy that really connects in terms of what T.U.G.G is doing. And on a personal note, you're the guy with 2 daughters who, during the time that we've known each other all these years, went from the 1 to the 2. So we have that in common as well. I'm just so glad you're back here. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time. It's really cool to be back. And as you said, the drive this morning was gorgeous. It's a good day. It's going to be kind of a rainy weekend, so get out and enjoy today.
I know. And you had to drive all the way from Cashton,
Wisconsin.
That's quite a drive.
It's not too bad though.
Not too bad.
Playing hooky on a Friday morning.
When you're driving that far, do you think about songs?
Yeah, I kind of write like that in my head. I'm not one that sits down and kind of, compose. I'll write things in my head and then have to pull over or if I'm in the van, I'll write things on napkins and little note. So my wife hates it because my house, my drawer, there's just little notes and stuff like that. It starts at the start of something, not the finish. And I'm notorious for that. The guys will say that too. I never finish lyrics. So when we get in the studio setting, they're like, would you finish your lyrics already?
We're trying to record. We're already in here. So let me ask you, that song you just played is off of your brand new album, which we're going to talk about. What is the song?
Called Top of the World.
Top of the world. I love it. And, it's interesting because I got to hear a little bit of it off of the album. And, obviously it's more fleshed out because you've got more members, but it really works perfectly with just you and your little ukulele.
Well, thank you. I mean, all the songs start kind of very simple acoustic. A lot of the songs we just talked about on this record actually started kind of as more like folky, kind of country songs that we maybe turned into with a reggae feeling to them. And then, we all get together and kind of play ping pong. It's great to be the lineup we have now musically, and just being on the road, knowing ourselves this time around is a lot of fun, kind of knowing what we wanted to sound like, and then having the guys that musically can do all that stuff. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, do you find they're a part of that collaborative process with you as the song progresses?
Yeah, I mean, I'll come in with bits and pieces, or Joe, our guitar player, will come in with bits and pieces of music, and a lot of times we'll maybe meet before the others, and we'll kind of flush it out and go, well, you could do this here and this here, and then we kind of present it to the group, and then everyone kind of weighs in until we get a part, something that we all like.
That makes sense. And it seems like it's a nice way to build the song so that it's not just one person's song.
Right.
It becomes everybody's piece.
Right. And from me writing it to then when we record, it's why it's nice to have a producer, because you get, emotionally attached. Me even writing it, I might have not thought about the way we play a song. Or if you go back to demos and stuff, you're like, really? That's how I played it.
So producers are helpful?
Yeah, we had never really worked with one in the capacity that we did on this record, and it was phenomenal for me as a songwriter.
Let's talk about your album and your producer. Who produced the new album?
Our producer was Ted Bown, and he's from the band called Pacifier.
Okay.
And it was just amazing to work with him.
And the new album is called Mazes.
That's right.
And gorgeous artwork.
And that's the drummer from Ted's band, Nick. So
you're kidding.
We got the Pacifier treatment on this one.
Yes, you did. The Pacifier treatment. That might be their next album.
Yeah.
Pacifier treatment. So between you and Ben and Jake and Joe all working together, you got this incredible album out, and it really is good. Mazes is fantastic. 14 songs on the CD here. All new music?
All new music.
And what was the most exciting part of making this album?
Just the work that went in. It's almost been a year in the making. We contacted Ted last summer, and so since then, pre-producing and sending him batches of demos. So just having it be a long process with all that input. And then basically Ted came into La Crosse. That was another cool part of it. We did it in La Crosse. We were thinking of going to California and, LA, let's record an album. But in the end, we brought Ted in to where we are, and it's like, it was good to have family and friends and be comfortable, and we were kind of hermits of downtown La Crosse for 2 weeks. And
which
really,
is cool, right?
Yeah, and Ted kind of fell in love with downtown La Crosse, and we just went 2 weeks nuts and made this record. So it's just exciting to have it out finally. And
now, did he join you at all on any of these?
Yeah, he sings on a couple tracks, and then he's got some other little parts and keyboard parts and stuff like that he has throughout.
I love it. In fact, I think he's on, is he on this song Don't Wait?
He is.
I actually thought, wait, if you don't mind, I might, because we've got you in studio and we want the live in studio, but I want to hear a little piece of the produced. I was actually, let me go over here. So I'm playing a little bit of Don't Wait right now, and this actually has Ted Brown in it.
Yes.
And when he was here in La Crosse, did he know he was going to be singing when he first got here?
I don't know if he did. I knew we were going to give him the green light, and it was kind of, so it was one of those things where we tried a lot of things in those 2 weeks, and some of it ended up happening when he was back home.
That's cool. Well, let's hear it.
If we don't stop taking our time, eventually it all run dry. Little drops of rain laying in the midday sun. This world's so wicked, might as well have some fun. It's kind of funny that it's taken me this long. Kinda sad for all that's been gone. I might not know my way, but I know what I'm looking for. Even when it seems like that's all, better take it now, because the day don't wait no more.
That's Don't Wait, just a little piece of it from the new album Mazes by the band T.U.G.G. And we're glad to have Andy Hughes in studio with us this morning. And today's program brought to you by the folks at Holstrom Jewelers on Elm Street in Cresco. So I've got to imagine with a new album out, you're going to be doing some touring. You got to be doing a few shows around.
Yeah, we're having some CD release parties. So this Saturday we're in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and then next weekend is we're doing Thursday night in Minneapolis, Friday night in Madison, Saturday night in Mason City, Iowa.
Wow, look at you guys. You're running all over the place. And you still hold down regular jobs.
We do. We're kind of a weekend and when we tour when we can. Like we did a run just after the New Year with the Whalers in Colorado.
I know, we have to talk about that.
We get really lucky chances like that and we take them. So we do little runs like that and then we do as much as we can. And the summer's always a lot of shows, festivals and stuff for us.
So let's talk about the Whalers. What was that like? Because if you're a reggae guy, I mean, even people that aren't necessarily like sucked into reggae world, we all know the Whalers.
Yeah, it was just incredible. For me, reggae is that's, you know, I don't know, people love jazz and people love certain things. Reggae for me is something I love since I was a kid. So the Whalers and getting to be on the road with them, you know, basically that was their whole run through Colorado, and so it's just phenomenal venues and seeing a band like that each night that tight, and you know, Aston Barrett, who's the original bass player all the way back, and I think he's 67 and he's been doing this for like just ever, and he's just such a professional. Every night he's there, he's up there, sounds great, you know, just polite as all can be. And what
did you learn from them that you didn't expect to learn from the Whalers? Well,
I mean, their sound check is one thing, and just to see that level of professionalism, you know, for their craft and their sound. I mean, they spent the time, you know, each night, and we got to see it, which is really cool, because you go to a show and you can see the Whalers and stuff, and it's really cool. But to see them sound check and see how long they really put into like making sure their sound is
perfect.
Is perfect. So that's what we learned, I think.
That's so cool, and they were nice on top of it.
Oh yeah, totally. They were just a great bunch. That's
a great experience. Well, and frankly, I can't imagine it happening to a nicer group of people than T.U.G.G. I mean, the fact that you got to tour with them is just brilliant. It says something about your music, but I think it also says something about what people around here and in the music, sort of regional music scene, and even beyond, think about you guys as a band. I mean, you guys are nice guys.
That's our motto, and we hope that we hope that kind of people think that way about us. So, and I think that helps on tours like that, because we just stay out of the way until they tell us to go, and we're fortunate to be there. So.
That's nice. Good people to tour with. Again, it's Andy Hughes here from T.U.G.G. The new album is Mazes. Want to make sure that we know where we can, if we didn't write down when those performances are in Minneapolis and Mason City and all that good stuff, where can we find you online?
We're at TUGGmusic.com. 2 G's, T.U.G.G music.com. You can find all the information, all the social media links, and
everything you
links
need.
For music and everything.
Including, poor guy, I saw you, I shouldn't say poor guy, it was good, but you had to get up and do an interview for a television station at a terrible hour.
Yeah, we get up. We do. We're friends with the folks at WKBT in La Crosse on the morning show, and so they're we're lucky enough to have them invite us in. But it's very early. It's always like, be there by 5.
I feel so much better asking you to be here at 8 now. So again, it's Andy Hughes with Artist Direct. The band T.U.G.G. has their new album out, Mazes. Those CD release parties, people can get it, but they can also buy it online.
That's right. You can find it. I guess the most popular place is iTunes, so you can find us in the reggae section or just search T.U.G.G.
T.U.G.G.
That's right.
All right, Andy, what are you going to play for us before we go here?
I'm going to play the song Layers.
Layers. All right, this is on the new album. It's T.U.G.G. here on Artist Direct, FM 100.5.
Wanna see that look in your eyes, wanna see that smile. Ain't seen it for a while. Summer's gone and this fall has rolled on. Believe our time will come. It's gonna be a cold winter. We will carry on with the snow that lays cold. Come wash away, it's a new day. been so long for you to be strong. Believe in one more song. When the season's through, just me and you, this thing we'll have to do. It's gonna be a cold winter. We will carry on. With the snow, the lanes go. Come wash away, it's a new day. It's gonna be a cold winter. We will carry on. With the snow, the lanes go. Come wash away, come wash away, it's a new day.
Thank you for listening to Artist Direct, presented by Holstrom Jewelers, Elm Street, Cresco. Catch Artist Direct again next week, right here on FM 100.5 KDEC.